I recently went to Universal Studios Florida to check out the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and it was too good not to talk about it, so here's my feedback. So it's been a mad couple of weeks for me. I was working at the MTV EMAs, got a free penny board, check that out. But luckily, after a really long week of work, I was lucky enough to head out to Orlando to check out Universal Studios Florida and to check out Universal's new Christmas features, including a new parade, which I'll get to later. But the Wizarding World of Harry Potter absolutely blew my mind. So we started out at Diagon Alley, which is seriously incredible and straight away takes you to a different world. We then headed into Ollivander's to buy a wand and were treated to some nifty little tricks. One kid was actually chosen to try out a wand and it didn't go very well for him. After that I got my own wand and seriously, look how awesome this thing is. I mean, seriously. So a really cool thing about this wand in particular is it's interactive with some things around the park. So for example, there's a skeleton on a screen which you can actually move with the wand. It's kind of cool. From there we headed to the Gringotts Wizarding Bank, which is really cool and includes the Escape from Gringotts ride. And the queue goes through the bank, which is pretty cool also. You basically go down into the vaults, 9 miles to be exact, and seriously, it's one of the best rides, if not the best ride I've ever been on. And not because it's like a roller coaster with loads of flips and going upside down and all that. It isn't like that. It's like a hybrid roller coaster 3D simulator, and seriously, it's so impressive. If you get the chance, I definitely recommend sitting at the front. I noticed a lot more on the screens and it was a better experience. Next we headed to King's Cross Station, which is actually really similar to the actual station in London, just with a lot less gum on the floor, less dirt on the walls. It's a lot nicer, to be fair. And here you actually got to go through the wall at platform 9 3/4. Really cool little trick, very simple, very clever, very satisfying. But what happened next actually blew my mind. So I've been to these studios, the Harry Potter studios in London, where they have the Hogwarts Express, really cool. But Universal actually have a Hogwarts Express, which takes you to Hogwarts. They have a moving train. I asked my tour guide Dave how far the train actually went across the park. He said a few hundred miles. He literally wouldn't budge out of his character all day. I wasn't really allowed to film much on the train, but you can kind of expect all the events that you would think would happen on the Hogwarts Express. We arrived into Hogsmeade Station, really cool little station as well. Just getting off the Hogwarts Express is a cool feeling in itself. You go into Hogsmeade Village, all done up with Christmas decorations, snow on the roof, really impressive sight to see. Then you get to the end of the village and you see Hogwarts sitting on the mountaintop. Obviously it's not full scale, but it's still huge, and underneath they have the Forbidden Journey ride, which is still really good, just not as good as the Gringotts ride. But the queue does run through famous parts of Hogwarts, which is a cool bonus. After the Forbidden Journey ride, we headed back to the hotel for a bit of a break, but came back to the park later to witness the first ever The Magic of Christmas at Hogwarts Castle. It's basically going back into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at night, so you get all the Christmas decorations lit up, everything's very beautiful. You have musical performances, and the castle is brought to life with lots of projectors which project images onto the castle, and it's super awesome. Like seriously, the amount of time and money that must have gone into making this is gonna be mind-blowing. We also had a preview of the new Christmas parade, which had like Shrek, Fiona, Minions, loads of others, and massive balloons, two of which were Dronky and I've already done a 2 in my hand, and a giant gingerbread man, which quite frankly is terrifying. Overall, after my trip, I now feel like a massive Harry Potter fan, which has never happened before. I never used to get into it as a kid, but here we are, a man in his 20s is now obsessed with Harry Potter. Before the trip, I was really looking forward to seeing Springfield, the world of The Simpsons, and the Harry Potter world just completely blew The Simpsons out of the water. It's so much better, it's amazing, and you could spend hours there. If you're a massive, or even if you're just a little Harry Potter fan, I really recommend heading out to go see it. It's a really cool thing to see. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button below, and why not subscribe as well to see more content like this video.